Conference Center. More importantly, I would say, welcome home. By that I mean not that you were born here, that you grew up here, but rather that the next 2 days, in some deeper sense, are really fundamentally about you. Not so much about your students or their test scores, not so much about how your school ranks in the local, newspaper reports, etc., or how you look in the eyes of your governor, whoever she or he might be. But it really is about you. This is 2 days about story and about transformation. And you'll hear that repeated time and again through the next 2 days. My name is Terry Roberts, and I work at the National Paideia Center. It's about story, and it's about transformation.
I never talked about it and thought about it in a way.
There's some disgruntled parents. I'm teaching 5th grade now, at the 5th grade.
I was really shy before, and but it was
That North Carolina has for their principals called what should we do with her? Facilitate seminars and practicing a bit of my past with introduction to
Be involved in it, and so then I remembered all those projects that I used to do, and I remembered how much I enjoyed them because they were there's a name for my philosophy. This is, it wasn't as well written,
The theme of this year's conference, Habits of Mind for a Good Life, comes from the original 12 Paideia principles. That phrase itself doesn't appear there, but Adler and the members of the original Paideia group said that essentially a school had 3 purposes, and that was to prepare students to earn a decent living, didn't say play the stock market, to become a good citizen of the nation and the world, and to live a good life. And so over the years, those of us who obsess about these kinds of things have had to try to give a lot of time and energy to discovering what a good life might mean. And several of our conferences have had to do with job preparation, with citizenship, and so forth and so on. This is the first time we've ever tackled this particular topic. The same 12 principles, which appeared in the late 1980s, the next to last principle actually says, the last one says, that the reason an individual should become a teacher is because he or she loves to learn.
What you do about sometimes they are learners. As I understand you say, it's you and a learner. That's those.
So you put that together with the amount of time that you have taught in a
shy students. So I might say, I'm going to give you a new question, but
so I always took people with me. I could always take 3 other people, and we were a professional development school.
Problem with lessons. Literally, as a subject, and then he's busy.
Like that's not something that has to be.
no one has ever asked me
Yeah,
that.
like you don't have to have, but it is like a very traditional thing. Like you memorize that, you memorize the preamble to the Constitution.
I had this when I went to school, and you can see that in those parents. They are really.
But not quite so much.
Fire alarms go off when there's smoke, but that means the fire has already begun. Like you can't, you could just hear them all. It's funny.
What we'd like to invite you to do now is to shift gears slightly.
coach projects. Based on our experience with a totally integrated coach project we did in 4th grade last year. I'm the music teacher, and in this case drama as well. And
so that, you know, says a lot. What they did not come to do, though, was faculty seminars. So as some of you have mentioned, it was, there was some resistance. Fortunately, I could give them some credits that they needed through the...
Who was going to be on the security team, and what was interesting was the people that were on the security team were all boys, obviously. Well, they were all boys. One of the boys currently has a felony record. He's been in trouble with the police a lot. He was the one that made the rent-a-cop with the little donuts on his t-shirt.
The foundation of your seminar, it has to have depth, and the best texts have ambiguity so that they can be looked at from different points of view. The questions are key.
The children don't even know really what their paintings are going to be when they start. It's their 3rd day of art, which is just crazy when you think about kindergartners coming into school. We put on smocks, we go over the painting procedures, and then we just go at it for 40 minutes.
I agree with that because I think he knew the people really well. He knew their lifestyle, he was a part of them. So when he spoke, people listened because it wasn't someone from outside.
I kind of felt like Solon had a universal truth that he was trying to share with people. Because
help me, and it's about, in the middle of my page, it's the line that starts, life and death of a private and mean, use the word mean.
Not noble and kingly wisdom in this, observing the numerous misfortunes that attend all conditions, forbids us to grow insolent upon.
What Marcia said, I'm looking at it completely differently now after what you said. It's completely someone else's judgment about whether they... So let us continue to hear the sound of that violin and the sound of each other's voices, and picture in our minds both the children as well as our elders, so that we recognize that, as William Blake, or one of our other favorite poets, pointed out, that eternity is in an hour. It's right here and it's right now.